Hello? Police, please. There's been an attack on my flat.
Nothing.
I'm sure I heard breaking glass.
Well, I couldn't see anything. Must have been some kids messing about.
Oh, I suppose so.
Oh, hello, Nellie. How's your head?
I need an aspirin.
Oh.
I'll get you one.
Oh, Tar.
Here, Nellie.
Tar. It's ever so kind of you both, but I've decided I don't want to go out tomorrow if it's all the same with you.
Why is that?
I'd rather just let me birthday slip by. Yeah. Thanks, Pauline.
All right, Gran.
Want a cup?
Right, Tar. Did you have a nice evening?
Yes, thank you.
Hope you didn't let that Jules Stefania take advantage of you.
What do you mean?
I saw you with him on the doorstep. A good night kiss.
Jules is a gentleman. He just walked me home.
Should have invited him in.
And what kind of example that would be to set to you?
Good night, Gran.
Was your daughter in here?
Oh, no. Thank God. She was having trouble sleeping, so she was in the other room with me.
And you didn't see anybody?
No, I looked out into the street, but there was nothing to see.
Right. Well, I don't think there's anything else I need to ask.
Is that it, then?
I'm afraid so.
So what happens now?
Well, we fixed this window. You're going to be all right with that, or do you need a hand?
I didn't mean that.
I'll refer it. They'll probably send someone round to see you in the morning. I'm afraid there's not much to go on, is there?
Just...
Shh. You haven't dropped off yet.
Well, don't wake me up when you come back to bed.
I'll be in 5 minutes, all right?
Yeah, well, if he wakes up again, it's your turn, remember? You owe me.
Is she all right?
Well, she said it's a bit of a shock, but she'll be okay.
It's a pity we weren't in.
Well, we could have done anything, could we?
Well, it could have been our flat.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have been our flat, would it?
Why not?
Because we're white. Kath,
What?
I love you.
Yeah. It was 2 years when I've been waiting for you all my life.
Well, I didn't know it was going to turn out like this now.
I know. Maybe you weren't just thinking straight after being knocked back by Sharon.
Yeah, well, that's over. I don't want Sharon. I don't want Nadia. I want you.
And the rest. Do you know, sometimes I think you've got as much mileage as those cars you do up. See you later.
See you later.
Gia, turn that off! Gia, listen!
All right. Don't shout, please.
Sorry, all right?
So you've said?
Look, I wanted to help. Why didn't you call me?
To do what? Well, they ran off as soon as they'd done it. What could you have done, huh?
Well, I'd have kicked their heads in. All right, I'd have helped you clear up. I'd have put something over the window for you.
Well, I managed that fine on my own, didn't I? I'm not helpless, you know.
Gia, I'm worried.
Yeah, and I'm scared, but I have to get on with things.
Listen, there's plenty of room at Richard's flat. Why don't you and Shamila come and stay for a few days?
No, this is my home.
Well, all right, in that case, I'll come and stay here for a while.
No,
Why not?
because I said no.
Gia, what if it happens again?
So
huh?
what? So what could you do if it did, huh?
Well,
Nothing.
At least I'd be here.
To do what? Oh, look, Sanjay, it's not worth getting worked up over, all right? It was just some kids.
Look, what about the graffiti? What about all this, huh?
Same thing, out of their heads on glue. Their parents let them run wild on the estate. You know what it's like.
Yes, I do. That's why I'm scared. Look, it's not going to go away just because you ignore it,
I'm
all
not
right?
ignoring it. But I'm not going to let it run my life either, all right?
Gia, look, why don't you let me help you, please?
You'll do that best by leaving me alone.
They don't need a mechanic, they need a referee.
Yeah, we expect them no work at all, isn't it?
Only job.
Morning. Right, let's have a look at that neck.
Mum.
Yeah, that's going to go through every colour of the rainbow.
Well, you better check Gran's in. She's probably got one at all.
What do you mean?
She only gone and got herself a boyfriend, didn't she?
Behave.
So, where were you last night?
Told ya. I was with Natalie.
We were Victor late 30. Where were you?
What is this, question time?
Just answer your mum.
I was with Funny.
Funny that. We thought it was your mate Yvonne we saw with Natalie.
Yeah, not Yvonne Baker. Yvonne McLean. The one whose mum owns the shoe shop in Somerset Street. that?
I don't know. They got fed up waiting and hung up. I thought you told Stephen not to play with this.
Oh, he doesn't understand, Ian. He thinks it's a toy.
Yeah, well, next time, I'll tell him.
He was only playing. Don't suppose you fancy going to that family day in the park on Monday, do you?
What for?
Because it's a family day.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit old for egg and spoon, aren't I?
Yeah, you are, but your children aren't.
Stephen going to play scheme today?
Do you ever listen to anything I tell you?
Yes, I listen all the time. I just have trouble remembering.
I told you I'm taking him shopping to buy new clothes. He's bursting out of all his old ones.
What about twins?
You're having them.
Me?
You agreed.
I did?
Yeah.
Cindy, I've got work to do. I've got to go out and collect money. I can't do that with 2 sprogs in a pushchair.
Well, you should have thought about that, shouldn't you, before you decided to become a loan shark?
Finance company.
All right. Yeah. There you go. It's working perfect now.
That's what you said yesterday.
Yeah, well, this time I'm sure. You checked the float?
Yeah, it's all there.
Good.
No more missing money.
No.
Good.
Look, Alan, like I said yesterday, it's just a misunderstanding. Don't let it worry you.
Yeah.
Have you told him yet?
Tell me what?
Well, you know we've arranged to go to this auction this morning.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going and all, so you'll be on your own. You okay with that?
So you trust me, do you? I mean, you could come back and find all your cars missing.
Of course we trust you, honest. Don't we, Ricky?
Yeah, of course.
It's this one I don't trust.
So it was a racist attack then?
Well, what do you think?
Well, you sure it wasn't a bunch of kids with nothing better to do?
That doesn't stop it being a racist attack, does it?
Look, if it's any consolation, some people do grow out of it.
Grow out of it? Mark, which planet are you living on, mate?
Sanjay, they do, I'm sure.
But what do you know about it?
Look, when I was a kid, I got on with this crowd and we did a bit of this and we did a bit of that.
What, you?
It was a long time ago. I was just a boy. I didn't know any better.
And now you do, huh?
Sanjay, these people are nutters with a serious attitude problem.
So you were a nutter as well, were you? And now you're not, with a serious attitude problem. Look, I know people who've been scarred by that attitude problem. A mate of mine can hardly walk because he was attacked. Maybe you know him. Maybe you were there.
Look, Sanjay, I know better now. I never hurt anyone.
Oh, didn't you? How can you be so sure?
There must be somewhere we can go.
What would you suggest? Backseat of one of these?
But if we don't get it together soon, I think I'm going to burst.
Well, it should be worth the wait then, eh?
No, you can't have a car for Christmas.
Well, I was only looking.
Yeah, well, I don't get any discounts, so don't get any ideas.
No, I don't know. I'm sure we could sort something out.
Don't encourage her. I only have to pay for driving lessons.
Yeah, I could teach you how to drive if you like.
What were your record?
Hey, for a wonderful moment there, I thought we had a rush on.
No, Bianca here was window shopping.
Oh, really? Seen anything you fancy?
No, nothing I fancy taking for a ride, thanks.
Yeah.
Right, it's time you and me are off. You all set?
Yeah.
Hey, you sure be all right, Alan?
Yeah, sweet.
Now, just remember, you can give 10% discount for cash only, otherwise stick to the prices on the screen.
You're
all right?
optimistic.
And be nice to Mr. Jones when he comes back for this. If he says anything, just tell him it'll run forever.
Right. In other words, lie.
Exactly.
See ya.
The policeman last night, he said there was nothing you could do.
The officer reported the incident as potentially racially motivated. That's why I'm here.
To add to your statistics.
To see if we can help. Now, are you sure you didn't see anything else?
No. I ran downstairs and looked into the square, but it was empty.
But you've had these kind of attacks before? The graffiti?
That was nothing.
Mrs. Kapoor, if you're being subjected to racist attacks...
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're racist.
You don't think the graffiti made that pretty clear?
Maybe.
Look, I'm not trying to frighten you. It's just we need to acknowledge the problem before we can solve it.
Yeah. All right. They were racist attacks.
This is just a suggestion, but do you think this is the work of people you know? Perhaps a neighbour?
I get on fine with my neighbours.
They might be able to help sort this out.
No. I don't want them involved.
Are you sure?
Yes. Look, I don't want people around here to think I'm some sort of victim.
Mrs. Kapoor, you don't just have to accept these attacks.
I'm not.
Well, in that case, we can set up a surveillance.
What? You mean policemen and vans and cameras and...
No, it's all very discreet, I promise you.
No, really, that won't be necessary. People will still know, right? And look, I'm sorry, I don't want to waste any more of your time.
If anything else happens, anything at all, here, this is my number. Call me. We do want to help, believe me.
Really? So find the culprit without turning me into an outcast in my own neighborhood. You can't do that, can you?
Ricky, over here. Now this is what I call a motor.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, I can just imagine cruising around town in this one, eh? Blimey, it'd make some heads turn, wouldn't it?
Best on the open road. Foot down, wind in face.
Do you think we should put a bid in for it then?
For this?
Yeah, well, you said you liked it.
Well, I like Porsches, but I wouldn't try and flog one from our site.
Yeah, you've got a point, I suppose.
Anyway, we agreed to get knackered motors so we can, you know, do up and resell, right?
Yeah, right. Let's be sensible, eh?
Exactly.
One day, though.
Yeah, it is nice, though.
Excuse me, but aren't you Ricky, Frank Butcher's boy?
Yeah, that's me. And you are?
Jim Harvey. Me and your old man go back years. I hear you've inherited the business.
I'm David Wicks. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ricky's partner.
Nice to meet you, son. Bad business about old Frank, eh?
Yeah.
Anything here take your eye?
It's not really our scene. They're all a bit upmarket for us. You know, unusual for this place, isn't it?
We're actually looking for something a bit older, you know, something we can, you know, buy on the cheap and then do up like.
Rex, eh? Right. Well, I don't know if you know, but I used to put a few motors Frank's way. Maybe I can do the same for you.
Maybe.
Come and have a cuppa. Let's talk about some cars that are more suitable to your place.
Right. David?
No, you go. I'll see if anything else turns up.
One thing my dad taught me. You got to know when to delegate.
I thought he said he was your partner.
Junior partner.
How's Jules, then? What is it with this family seeing romance at every corner? I'm a bit past courtship, you know.
Robbie, can you get that?
Sonia.
Okay.
Hello. How is your great granny?
Not so much of the great. It makes me feel ancient.
Sorry.
Sonia, put the kettle on.
No, don't worry about that. I'm not staying. I just wanted to ask you something.
Well, run along now, Sonia.
Do I have to?
Yes. Now, what is it you want to ask me?
Well, I was just wondering whether you'd do me the honor of accepting an invitation to go out with me.
Out?
Well, not a date or, you know, just something a little different than...
Than a drink at the Vic.
Yeah, maybe a film or a meal. Just the two of us. What do you think about that?
Yes, I'd be delighted.
Oh, good. Then tomorrow night?
Or Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday be fine. Oh, good. I'll say goodbye then.
Number 84, the Prime Spitfire. Privately rented, 1974, registered 8 months MOT. The vehicle in Targa Red. How'd you see that one? 74 in the end, nice bit of MOT.
He was a good mate, your dad.
He talks about you.
Did he? Nothing too complimentary, I hope.
Well,
Here's to Frank Butcher, wherever.
To me, Dad.
Shall we talk some figures then?
Well, you know, I should bring David in on this, really. We are in this together.
Now, that is a nice motor.
Yeah, it's not really our cup of tea, though.
Your junior partner doesn't think so.
1485 more than 1485. Sold and got 95 again. 1495 all done. 1495 selling now 1500 and 1500. Up 1500.
Only found out this morning.
Well, now stop apologising. You weren't to know.
Yeah, but it was your birthday.
Not really, dear. I didn't want any fuss. Not after all that palaver over Arthur's due.
Yeah, but it's not fair, is it?
Life isn't, dear. Now, what about you? Where are the twins?
Oh, Ian's got them for a change.
Oh, well, that's good, isn't it?
No, not really. I mean, he tries to help, but it just makes him all short-tempered and me tense.
Go on with you. In my day, we didn't have time to be tense. We just got on with what had to be done.
Yeah, but it just drives me up the wall.
Well, don't let it. You've got to be tough, my girl.
Easier said than done.
Well, you've got friends who can help out, haven't you?
No, not really.
Well, what about that Indian girl, Geeta?
Oh, we had a bit of a row. We're not speaking at the moment.
Well, make it up with her. You don't want to go losing all your friends.
Well, it's not that simple. Ian doesn't like her.
Here, wasn't your Ian, was it?
Ian? What?
Well, someone slung a brick through her window.
When was this?
Last night, apparently.
That's terrible.
Maybe you should go and see her.
Don't know if I should.
We all need friends, Cindy.
Here, Sanj, you got any pound coins, mate? I'm sorry, mate. It's going to have to be 50. It's all me. All right. Cheers, mate.
What is it with you and Sanjay?
Oh, nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing to me.
We had a bit of a rut.
Well, after what happened to Gita last night?
Yeah, that's what it was about.
Another unsatisfied customer.
What?
Well, a brick through the window's a bit strong then.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, it's just a joke.
It doesn't sound like a joke to me, Grant.
Maybe that's your problem, mate. No sense of humour.
I take no notice of him. He's ignorant.
Well, there's a lot of it about Arthur.
Eh?
Never mind.
Look, I want to say I'm sorry about what happened last night. I thought I heard someone, and if I'd have been a bit quicker...
What?
Well, I might have seen them.
Oh, don't worry about it, Arthur.
But is there anything else I could do to help?
No, there's nothing.
What's Mark done to upset you?
Ask him, Arthur.
Oh, no, come on, Sanjay, I'm asking you. Has he said something? Something out of place?
Did you always know where he was when he was growing up? Where he went out at night?
No, not all the time, no.
Well, I did. He was doing the sort of things that happened last night.
What do you mean?
Ask him.
Are you saying that Mark is a racist?
Scratch the surface round here and you don't know what you'll find.
We don't all think like that, you know.
Well, someone round here must. You ought to read the papers a bit more. Look around, Arthur.
Hang about. My family marched against Mosley. My father was with the Jews in Cable Street. In my family, we've got no time for racists.
You want to have a word with your son? He seems to have missed the lecture.
What do you think you were doing?
I think that's what we're going for, to buy cars.
Jim reckons it'll supply some runabout so we can do up and fly.
Yeah, I know that. That's what we agreed. But I thought if we had a nice little flash number out the forecourt, it'd go the punters in. Babe, isn't that right, Mr. Harvey?
Anything to get on the side, son. Look, I can see you two have still got things to talk about. If you're still interested in our deal, give us a bell. That's my number.
Lovely.
Cheers, Ricky.
Cheers, Jim.
His dad will be proud of him, mate.
Yeah, he certainly would.
Thanks a lot. I just make it look like right idiot. Well, I'm telling we want cheap and knackered cars, and you're out there buying a sports car.
Yeah, but it's not exactly stock, is it?
What?
Well, they stick it out on the lot, but we'll use it.
What do you mean?
We need a car sometimes, don't we?
I just don't believe you sometimes. Well, I've got a record, remember? What insurance company's going to touch me to drive that? What?
Do you want to lift home?
Fine. I'll be round tomorrow then. Well, there's no need for that attitude.
Go on, Stephen, go get your shoes off. How'd you get on?
Thank God you're back.
Is something wrong?
Yes, I've been going out of my skull in here. Another half hour and Peter would have gone out the window.
Well, where are they?
Oh, they're asleep now. They've just been doing my head in. Cindy, I paid good money for an office. I shouldn't be stuck in here all day.
Well, you should have taken them there with you, shouldn't you?
With all their stuff, I'd have needed an Arctic.
Well, you know how I feel. Well, at least we had some success.
I've spent plenty of money, have we?
There's no need to be like that. Hey, do you hear about Gita?
What, she left Walford?
She had a brick through a window last night.
Shame.
I was thinking maybe I ought to go and see her.
No.
But Ian,
Cindy, no. Don't get involved and just stay away from her, right? Right?
All right. Yeah. Nice motor.
Well, how's it been?
Yeah, well, there's good news and there's bad news.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Well, we'll have the good news first, then.
Sold a motor. Cash.
Oh,
500
brilliant.
quid.
Well done. Well done. What about the bad news?
I had to give him his money back.
Brilliant.
I thought you said you'd sorted it this time.
I'm a mechanic, not a miracle worker.
Hello, Phil.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you.
Thought we had?
You know, I never wanted to be such trouble.
No?
You see, all I wanted was just to be able to live here, that's all. When I met you, I thought my luck has finally changed.
Yeah, well, it just shows how wrong you can be, doesn't it?
Philip, please. You have to hate me so much.
I don't hate you. Just wish I'd never met you. They're two different things.
If we get divorced, will you marry Kathy?
Well, that's a general idea, yeah.
Well, I hope your second marriage is happier than your first.
So do I.
I have a proposition for you. Everything has gone wrong for me here, for me and Marco. I'm never going to get my immigration sorted out. It's all too complicated. If I go somewhere new, I can start over, start fresh.
Well, that makes sense.
So I was thinking of going to Germany. I know some people there.
So what's the catch?
The catch?
Yeah, what do you want from me?
Well, you see, I don't have much money. It will cost me a bit to go abroad. So I thought if you could help. I promise I'll be out of your hair forever.
And you'll give me a divorce?
Of course. As soon as I'm gone, you can petition me. I'll send the papers in Germany, and in 3 months you'll be a free man.
Sounds great.
How does adultery sound?
You what?
As grounds for divorce.
How about unreasonable behaviour?
Adultery is easier.
You done this before or what?
In my position, you need to know the law.
So all I have to do is give you the dough.
Exactly.
Sounds like blackmail to me.
You can always wait 2 years. I'm sorry it has come to this.
Yes, so am I. So how much do you want?
£1,000?
£1,000.
It isn't too high a price, is it? To be free to marry the girl you love.
It's coming now. What about your secret?
Promise not to tell.
I swear on my mother's life.
Well, that means a lot, doesn't it?
No, honest, come on.
Phil and Kath are getting married.
Oh, is that it?
But it's really, really secret.
So who told you then?
Phil did.
Oh, yeah, of course he did. Probably asked you for a hand in marriage as well, didn't he?
Well, he did tell me, actually.
Oh.
He said that he trusted me and that he thought because I worked here, it was only right that I should know.
But he told you not to tell no one.
Yeah?
But you've just told me. Well, no, it's all right. I ain't going to say nothing, but I really just don't know what she sees in him. I mean, what she gets from him, she could get from the zoo, couldn't she?
Well, I don't see what he sees in her, actually. She's ancient.
Oh, he ain't exactly Love's young dream, is he?
Not like Ricky, no.
Anyway, talking of Love's young dream...
You got any of them in the fridge?
No.
I'll have a warm one.
Where'd you get this jacket from?
None of your business.
Oh, you ain't nicked it?
No, I borrowed it.
Oh, yeah, of course you have.
Cheers.
What are you going to say to Mum and Alan then about the jacket?
Like I told you, I borrowed it off a mate, all right?
Oh, sure they believe you.
No, you stay out of this.
Your brother can be such a wally sometimes.
Yeah, and he forgot his chain, you know.
Coffee, please, young lady.
Hello, Mr. Tavernier. Taking my gran out.
Maybe.
Blimey, you caught him.
That has got absolutely nothing to do with you.
Well, what are you going to take her then?
Well, I really quite haven't decided as yet.
See? It's where you want to ask us. We know all the best places, don't we, Nat?
Yeah, we know all the local hotspots.
Right, sorted.
What is? Had a word with your mate, Jim. Jim Harvey. Yeah, but I was setting a deal up with him.
Yeah, and I closed the deal, didn't I? Because you got in a little sulk and forgot all about it. Nice sort of bloke, isn't he? He says he's going to supply us with the kind of motors that keep you and Alan up to your elbows in oil to the end of the century. All right.
Cheers.
And you ready, Trace?
Hi, Mark.
Not particularly, no.
I had a feeling. What's up?
I want a word with you.
Dad, it was a long time ago, 10 years.
So that makes it all right, does it?
Makes what all right?
No, of course not. I'm just trying to explain. I was a kid. When you're a kid, you look for something to belong to. Like supporting Walford and not one of the bigger clubs. And anyone who don't agree with you, well, they just don't belong.
We're talking about people, not football.
I know that now. I didn't then.
This is something else we can blame on Nick Cotton, is it?
Nick Cotton wasn't the only one at it. In those days, after school was at it. Do you remember that Brian Baker?
No.
You must have known kids like that at school, Ricky.
Like what?
Fascists. Look, kid, Dad, just because I did things when I was a kid, it don't make me out to be a racist now, does it?
Yeah, that's right.
What do you know about it?
Nothing, but I mean, you know, these things happen, don't they? I mean, we've all done things, haven't we?
I haven't, have you?
Have you?
Yeah, but, you know, it was a long time ago.
What?
Well, it was years ago. I mean, like you said, it don't make me racist now.
Yeah, but what was it you did?
Nothing really.
What did you do?
I threw that brick through the Kareem's window.
But I thought you used to go out to Kareem girl.
Did.
You're more confused than I thought. Look, I don't know why we can't all just live in peace together. All right, people are different. Different clothes, different food, different churches. But I don't know why we can't all rub along together.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Oh, Sanj, let me get a drink, mate.
Oh, no, thanks. I mean, you don't want to go drinking with someone who's different, do you?
I didn't mean that.
Arthur, it doesn't matter what you mean. It's what you're thinking. I mean, you stand there making out you're oh so liberal, talking about racism. I mean, you don't know anything. You want to put yourself in my shoes. See this from where I'm standing.
Oh, Sanjay.
No, Arthur, I thought it was all right here, but I was wrong. I mean, you're all the same. Scratch the surface and you soon show your true colours. The fact is, you're white, I'm not. And when push comes to shove, you see me as different from you. Now, ain't that the truth?
Next on Drama, we're back in Albert Square with more classic EastEnders.